Well played, Pally. Here's a little cut for you. You earned it. The cashier didn't smell a rat when you picked up the winnings, did he?
No, he didn't suspect a thing. He was kind of sleepy.
I'm a rich man. I told you, pal. That 6, he's dynamite. Those rat races sure get the old ticker going. Think I'll just celebrate with a few shots. That ought to calm me down a bit.
I guess rat racing isn't the only entertainment there is here, is it?
Nope, depends on the evening. Hey, I just heard there's a game of poker going on in one of the private booths. It's strictly for the regular customers, but you know, a bit of persuasion. There's sometimes very interesting stakes. I might drop by there myself later.
And how do I find this poker game?
You have to go see Lee Tang to get into the upper deck. He's the big guy in blue, the one keeping an eye on everyone. He'll only let you through if you have enough money to bet. But watch out, though. He ain't always in a good mood. He's thrown me out on more than one occasion.
I'm looking for a lady called Miss Sullivan. She's an archaeologist. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. The only European girl I've seen recently was Ishtar, and I don't reckon she's an archaeologist.
Who is she then, this Ishtar?
A gorgeous woman can just make a guy's head spin. She seemed to really like the rat races. I've seen her betting on them quite a few times, but she don't have no luck. Hey, maybe she knows this Miss Sullivan you're looking for. She should be here soon. It's round about the time she drops by.
You must be Ishtar, I presume.
You presume right. And to whom do I have the honor?
My name's Howard Brooks. I'm hoping to meet Miss Sullivan, an archaeologist. She's been here before. Maybe you know her?
Maybe I do. What do you want with her?
I need to contact her about something of the utmost importance.
Ah, and who might you be working for? Here in Macau, there are some rather dubious types. It's always best to be careful.
I have an associate in New York by the name of Foster. I assure you we mean no harm to Miss Sullivan. In fact, we're in need of her help.
You seem like an honest man. Miss Sullivan is a good friend of mine, and I don't want to cause her any trouble. I'll take you to her. But first you have to do something for me.
Sounds fair enough. So, do you come here often?
From time to time. As for you, it's obviously the first time you've set foot in a casino.
It really shows, huh?
Let's just say you look a little too open. I'm very interested in the rat races. I'm not one of those women who jumps up on a chair at the first sight of a mouse, but I don't like uncertainty. I never leave things to chance. If luck's not on my side, I'm the sort who will give it a little nudge.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
There's too much light in this place. I just need a little intimacy for the moment. Now, if the generator were to break down, that'd be very handy.
I see.
Fortune smiles on the brave, Mr. Brooks. I'm counting on you.
Do you play poker? I've heard there's an interesting game on tonight.
I know. I intend to be there once I've taken care of certain financial details.
This Ishtar is really quite something. You must have noticed her. Has she been coming here long?
A little over a week, sir. I'm not really very sure.
Uh-huh. She doesn't seem to have made much of an impression on you. Perhaps she's not your type.
I prefer the company of the women of my own country, sir.
Oh. Well, in that case, I imagine that young lady in the red dress doesn't leave you entirely cold?
Shh! She might hear you. I'm not worthy of her beauty. I'm just a humble barman.
Nice place you got here. Very original, a casino in a junk. Do you stay in harbor all the time?
We move the junk when circumstances require it, sir.
I suppose this clientele expects a certain level of comfort. After all, they do come here to spend money, and to win some from time to time.
We have every comfort here. Everything is very clean. We have electricity thanks to the generator behind the bar. Our clients lack nothing, sir.
Give the lady in the red dress a drink on me.
Very well, sir.
Why don't you have one yourself?
I do not drink with the customers, sir.
Thank you. You're very generous. Let's drink to our encounter.
Cheers. Are you just passing through, or do you work here?
A little of both. Maybe we could go to my cabin? We could talk more easily there.
Maybe later. No hurry. Did you know that the barman was in love with you?
The way he looks at me, I could hardly help noticing.
He's extremely shy. He feels unworthy of your attention.
He's cute, but not as cute as you.
I could do with some more ice in my drink. I have a big favor to ask of you, Miss...
Chun-Yin, ask whatever you like of me.
I need you to take care of the barman. If he were to take a little nap, that would suit me just fine.
I'm a little disappointed, but all right. It might be amusing. Go order a bottle, and I'll take care of the rest.
Why don't you open a bottle for Miss Chun-Yin?
Right away, sir.
That was child's play. He can't hold his drink very well for a barman.
Thanks for the help, Miss Chun-Yin.
My pleasure, handsome stranger.
There! We've won! I did make sure I bet on the winner, though.
Really? How'd you manage that?
Come now, Mr. Brooks. Do you think a girl's going to tell you all her little secrets? Let's just say rats, just like men, can be motivated to give it their all. Of course, I'm not comparing you to a rodent. Far from it.
Gosh, you're too kind.
Our first collaboration seems to have been a fruitful one, and that bodes well for the next one. After all, we are going to be working together. You may have already guessed, but I am the person you're looking for. I am Kate Sullivan.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, sure, I knew that right away. But why call yourself Ishtar?
I needed a little bit of anonymity. Ishtar was the name given to me by my old mentor, Professor Edward Smith. Ishtar was a Babylonian goddess. I don't take myself for a goddess, though, of course. I've always been very interested in Mesopotamian history.
Well, I'm not at all sorry to have found you, Miss Sullivan.
Call me Kate. Let's not be formal. And I'll call you Howard, if I may.
That's fine. Kate, may I ask what you're doing in Macau?
I'm searching for a very valuable bas-relief. It's linked to the mystery of Atlantis, just like the medallions.
You mentioned a bas-relief?
Half of a bas-relief, to be precise. I've been on the trail of it for years. 3 weeks ago, a Chinese newspaper published an article on an ancient sculpture that had been hauled up by some fishermen. From the brief description I read, it sounded just like the piece I was looking for. The first half of it, at any rate.
Is it an Atlantean bas-relief?
No, it's a mandala of Indian origin, but it is an essential element in finding the relic we're looking for.
You know about the Atlantean medallions?
Of course. I had very little information about them, but once Foster had got in touch with me, I was able to piece together the pieces of the puzzle. The link with Atlantis became crystal clear. All my research has confirmed Foster's hypothesis.
So you too believe in the existence of Atlantis, do you?
My studies in Mesopotamian mythology have convinced me that there is some reality behind the myth of Atlantis. It has always been a fascinating myth. That's why I accepted to collaborate with Foster. Together, we have a better chance of learning more about the incredible heritage of the Atlanteans.
But you didn't tell him you were coming to China.
I didn't have time to. The section of bas-relief I'd been searching for a long time turned up again here in Macau, and it just kind of monopolized my attention.
Do you actually have one of the 3 medallions?
Yes, it's made of pewter. It has been in my family for generations. Ever since I found out how important it is, I keep it with me at all times. One of us really has to sit in on the poker game tonight. I have reason to believe the bas-relief might actually be one of the bets.
I sure hope we won't have any problem getting past Li Tang.
Well, I'm sure you'll know just what to say. Here, have some money. You have to let him see we've got some cash to play with. And don't spend it all at the bar. I'll have my eye on you.
You're a tough cookie. I'll try to control myself. You know, Kate, you don't look much like an archaeologist.
Right. Maybe I should be wearing +4s and little round glasses and be covered in dust and cobwebs, huh?
Hey, I'm not complaining. I have absolutely nothing against the way you look. I'm just a bit surprised.
I do like surprising people, my dear Howard. You'll get used to that pretty quick.